practicals, Ansible, Terraform, everything's clear?
Sir, I'm in Ansible playbook, sir. I'll do it. Sir.
Hello.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Be louder. Yeah.
I am in Ansible, sir.
Ansible what?
Playbook.
You're not able to write and execute playbook?
Actually, I'm busy, sir.
Okay. You can come here offline and you can just have a seat and you can just practice it. 1 hour, 2 hours, if you have time. So you can just go ahead.
Okay, sir.
Okay, right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, the next thing is going to be what? What we have done last class. Can I have a brief, please? We have done something about what?
Jenkins.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Okay. So we have done something about Jenkins, and we said something about what? How the Jenkins can be used for continuous integration, how to integrate GitHub, Maven, and how to execute all those things, and how to make run a job, how to find out the errors, console output, what is console output, what is target, what is workspace. We got understanding the directories, workspace and target also. Whatever the execution done or whatever the output, the artifact after building, it will be kept in which directory? And whatever the source extracted or pulled, it will be kept into where? Workspace. You have to understand what is console output. To check the logs of your job executions, like what exactly you execute, you will find some kind of, you can troubleshoot easily. You can find where the people, like here, which stage the it stacks and what problem. And you have analyzed that earlier is a problem of Jenkins, it's a problem of your like permission, it's a kind of problem of coding, or it's a problem of what? Pom.xml. Pom.xml is what? A kind of instruction for building. That means while building the with Maven or something, so the pom.xml can be read, and on the base of that, it will convert the package. It can be jar, it can be var, which version it need to use. All instruction will be written there. That means you have to understand and you have to go with what? A pom.xml is very important in your source code. It is going to be developed by a programmer. So you have to inline or like collaborate with the development team also. I hope everyone did this some kind of thing. How to execute the your job manually, and how to execute the job on event base, GitHub payloads or webhook. Have you done the job, everyone?
Done, sir.
No, sir.
Wonderful. A screenshot, please. I want a screenshot here. And if you want to do schedule, is it possible to schedule? Yes, you can schedule. That means I want every 1 hour. I want every Saturday, every Monday. Can I do that? Where is the option available? In your project configuration. Now build trigger. There is a kind of options in your project configuration called a section called build trigger periodically. When you select it, you'll find that particular cron format. That means it will give example how to make a hourly, weekly, monthly. If you want to do that, what you have to give the keywords there. If you write the keyword of schedule, so on the base of your timings and dates, it will be executed.
हाँ ड्रेस पहन के जाओ
I'll
बात है
show you the exam some format of this, but you have to understand in interview they can say how the job can be triggered or it can be like here run. So there are many ways, manual or schedule or event based on a webhook, right? We can say that. And you have a kind of option here, how to create a pipeline job using plugins. A pipeline job means it's not one job, multiple jobs linked to each other and having a sequence. If one's done, second. If second done, third. If third done, fourth. If something stuck, don't go for next. That means that is called a pipeline. I want to create a pipeline. I want to give a pipeline job. I want to create a pipeline job in Jenkins by using plugins. So what is that basically job? We say deploy, build, and test and release. These are the three job example. I want the first one is going to be deploy, where the code is deployed. Then I want to say build job. I want to build with the Maven or mess build, or you have a kind of Gradle. And I want to test with kind of script of Selenium or any kind of other tools. I'm going to go for a test. Then I want to deploy, I want to release in the market. I want to deploy it into where, like AWS platform or Azure platform or something. So these are the things basically what we do. But now if I want to write this, so I have to create what? Job 1, job 2, job 3, and job 4. In my pipeline, there's only 4 jobs common, but maybe in your project, you may be having 10 to 20 jobs. That means in Jenkins, you have to create job 1, job 2, job 3, job 4. Whatever the jobs are there, you have to create number of jobs. Oh, it's going to become complicated. So when it's become complicated, so it's not good to go for plugins. You have to go for what? Scripting part. Because maintaining a job and going here and there, configure, every job will have their own settings. So why not to have a scripting part? So we'll say that, but first we'll go for what? A job creation. So I want to go for 4 job, deploy, build, and test and release. Why I'm creating separate job? Because I want a job is separate, the executions should be separated, and the configuration will be separated. So I want to perform the job, and I want that if one job is not executed or fail, it should not go to second job. So in this way, I can make one separate job and link together, and I can set a sequence. So I'm going to go forward first creating a jobs. So now what I'll do is, our agenda today is what? Pipeline, creating a pipeline. Now I want to say what? Start my Jenkins. Today agenda, you have to write it, right? How to create a pipeline job. And before that, you have to say that the job can be triggered with a schedule. And configure, you have a build trigger periodically. There's an option called what? Periodically. Build can be what? Manual. Build can be what? Webhook payloads. Or it can be schedule. Or it can be what? Run after one job. That means I want to make a sequence that if this job is executed, then execute this. Conditional kind of execution. Job runs locally or remote machine. That means You can say Jenkins slave. That means if you have master slave concept, I don't want to run the multiple jobs on the same machine because it takes a lot of RAM and CPU. It can crash my system. Or else, the way my Jenkins master install is Linux, but I'm executing and I'm going to build the Windows kind of base scripting, or I'm just running some kind of script which is needed for Windows platform. So I can have a slave to make an incompatibility imbalance, that is balancing to that execution. I can choose other slave which having a Windows environment. I can choose other machine to balance my load. I don't want to execute a 20 or 30 jobs into my Linux or in my Jenkins master, which can affect on your CPU, RAM, and storage, and performance can be degrade. So I want the jobs should be run on different location, but locks, control, permissions, everything should be done with Jenkins master. Master slave, will have a diagram and we'll see that. But you have to understand manual, webhook, schedule, run after one job, right? Job runs locally or remote. You have all these options in remote trigger. That means there is a section called what? Build triggers. Once you written this, then you have to write a heading called what? Getting a pipeline job using plugins. What is pipeline? Already given idea that pipelines are what? Multiple jobs linked together
In a sequence.
with a sequence execution in order to perform
Task execution.
execution cycle, or you can say task. Set of task to do a project. That is deploy, build, test, release. A common job is build, deploy, build, and test release. So what I want to do is I have to create how many jobs? 4 jobs with this example. We'll do a job first.
अबू के पास जाओ. नहीं है निकाली नहीं मैं चलिए. नहीं कच्ची है वो कि नहीं जी है कहीं को नहीं रहते.
It's not working. Why? Is there any problem? We'll have to check. Started or not? Instance started or not?
No.
It's running. Colon 8080 is okay. The port number of your Jenkins, which is allowed or not. 8080 is allowed. Everything's okay. Then what's the problem? It's not giving. How to troubleshoot it? In real time, you're getting this problem. This site cannot be reached. Then how do you solve it? You have to check what? A system is running or not with a 2x2 check, and you have to understand the security rules, whether it's given or not. It's saying refuse to connect. The word is what? Refuse to connect. So I want to check
Second.
Once you say one IP address is okay or not. Okay. The IP address okay, everything is okay, and colon slash slash something. I want to go with what? I need to check the service is started or not. Whether it's having problem with the service, whether the machine I'm using, it's a kind of Jenkins is ready or not. I will see. Jenkins version, I would say. It shows Jenkins is working or not. Okay. So now, now what I'll do is, I'll say what? Services, right? Sudo systemctl. I will check status. Jenkins is running or not. Oh, what is this?
Yes.
Active, inactive, dead, right? So that means my Jenkins is not running right now. So how can I do that? So systemctl, I'll say start
Maybe.
Jenkins. And the service, as I said, the two things. Number one is basically because of your Java application dependency, or second is what? Insufficient resources, RAM, CPU, or something. So when you want to work with the Jenkins on a EC2, you have to make sure that you have a less RAM and CPU. That
Okay.
means do practice accordingly. Or else, if you run multiple jobs and you're executing a lot of script there, and it can make something disturb toward your Jenkins. Now I want to reload. Oh, it's kidding. So you troubleshoot it with this three, four steps, and you're able to find out the problem. And now you are able to log into your Jenkins. So we are doing what?
Jobs. Pipeline.
We are doing a kind of what? Pipeline jobs. But I forget this username. I don't know what I have given. This is also challenge in your like in your login. Your Jenkins is not started. You're unable to access it, or you have some permission denied. You have some other errors, and sometimes you forget the password. So what is this? How to troubleshoot it? You have to troubleshoot how to reset the password of Jenkins if you forget. That's a very important challenge.
ID card.
I'm trying with the password. Have you remembered anyone? Can you help me? What is it? The
One two
password?
three four five, sir.
One two
One
three
two three
four.
four five.
1 2 3 4 5.
Five. Yes.
Thank you. Do you want to see that? How to reset the passwords?
Yes, sir.
But not now. I'll say that. Again, 1 2 3 4. It's giving error, login errors. I have to remember username. I have to remember password also.
और बास्केट में रखा तो मैं बैग में डाल देती हूँ रोटी ज़्यादा रहने नहीं बेटा
I'm trying with the next. Oh, it's working. You said correct. 1 2 3 4 5. Thank you. The dashboard started. You can see the title bar is what? Saying dashboard. There is no login errors. It's a dashboard here.
जाओ जल्दी नाश्ता करो जाओ क्या हुआ
Why not to store here? So I don't want to again So we did something job and it's giving an history that what you have done, how many errors and everything can get it history, right? Last success, last failure, and duration, last duration. How much time it took to run it. If I want to go with this, a job, you can have the details of this job only. And you can reconfigure, you can delete, you can do a lot of things in one job. That means you have to understand what are the options are available in job. What are the options like? What are the like summary we can see in the job? Sorry, internet is very slow. Okay, so you can see the job description, and you can edit the job description. Can I disable like job project? If I disable it, it will not run. Remember this point. Interview question, simple question they can say. How do you disable the project? I don't want to execute. When you execute, it's not executing. What is the reason? Because you have to check what the disable or enable. It's very simple. So you have a changes, you have a workspace, build now, configure, delete project, GitHub logs. So you have to understand in the project you have a lot of options. Status is
There is
what?
a
Descriptions, permalinks. Permalinks nothing but a what? The history of your past. That means you completed the build. Unsuccess, one is build completed,
not
one
visible.
is unsuccess build, one is failed build, one is
Mask.
successful build, stable build, and build. That means the permalink can be successful, failed, or stable. You have a lot of different builds are there. You can see here Jenkins build states. Jenkins build status. Stable build versus what? You can say successful build, right? So build is stable if it is was built successfully and no publisher reports it as unstable. A build is unstable if it is was built successfully. One or more publisher report it unstable. For example, if the JUnit publisher is configured and test fails, then the build will be walk unstable. That means successfully, but it's not published, it's not reported. That is called what? Stable build. That means stable, unstable here. So you have a word. How do I know Jenkins failed or not? You have to understand the what? Console output or state. You can check directly state. You have an option called what? Status build history. In build history, you'll find all the history when you executed, what happened, how much time it took. Everything you can see that. If I go for stable build here, showing the details of the build history, who executed, how much time it took, what date, what time, what happened, failed or stable, or that means success or not, everything can get it. You should know these basics, right? Now I'm going with pipeline jobs. Wait here. So we got what? Time, date, description, started 1 day, 24 hours ago, keep this build forever, took how much time? 10 seconds to execute it. So you can troubleshoot how much delay it has and what you have. Started by GitHub push. It's not means who built this? By Akbar Cloud Infotech. So it's saying that it's triggered by manually or triggered by schedule, triggered by like GitHub. So it says started by GitHub push. This run spent 6.6 seconds waiting, 10-second build duration. That means to wait. Waiting is going to be this. Build duration, waiting duration, and 16 seconds total from schedule to completion. That means waiting plus building duration is what? So you have to make a point that how much time. That means if I want to know that total build, so you'll find what? Date, time, and the duration of your build. permalink. It's gonna what? Stable, successful, failed, status, or summary. If you want to read, so it's gonna what? Date and time, who built, duration build, and it will say all those things like here, waiting time, build time, and summation of all. So it will show a lot of details in a permalink. You can check out a lot of things here. Who build also, and you build by, trigger by whom is a kind of webhook. That is GitHub, or it can be a schedule, or manually you can find from here. Now, let's see about pipeline. Now, I want to go for dashboard. I want to go for dashboard and I want to create a kind of jobs. So a little bit slow. Fine. I'm going to create a new job. I'm just giving a kind of concept, a job 1, job 2, job 3, job 4. So I'll give what? Deploy, freestyle project. When you create a job, it will go for configuration, what you want to do, build triggers, post build, and you have a kind of like here execution Just
Exam. Multiple sources. Files login at the trigger. But I have to be waiting for completion. I went. Jordan. It's a